The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto.
What's up, guys? Back with another new episode 71 of the StyleBeasting podcast with your host, Del Wall. And this is going to be a introspective. Well, the first half is going to be introspective, and the rest is going to be like the other topics I have. But I want to get my introspective out first before I really get into it. So this may sound like really sad and depressing, but I trust that it's going to get funnier down the line. So it's been a rough couple of weeks, and in the same sense, I've been like sitting with myself to think out like a greater scheme, because like for some weird reason, like last week, like life events and like it's just like weird comments people have made, not like in a mean way, but like advice that they give that some people give me that I've been like thinking of myself for the past couple of years. It just like it's somehow just like came out of somebody else's mouth towards me. So basically it's like looking in the mirror and the mirror telling you about yourself in a sense. And it had me thinking for a while and sitting with myself, because it's like, what do I have in store for the future? What do you have in store in the future for yourself? And right now I can't really fully answer that, because it's like I'm still like trying to like figure stuff out now. Like I know like nobody's supposed to have all the answers, and there's people, not saying I don't have goals, it's just like my end goal is to be like financially and mentally and physically happy at the end of the day. But to get there, there's still hurdles and stuff I have to do to get there. And sometimes I put one subject in front of another and it sits there too long, and I like try to like juggle multiple stuff at the same time, and it doesn't work. And I know everybody does that at times too, where hey, there's something I have to do, but there's another really, really important thing I have to do too. And it's like life stuff that comes up too that like jumps in between that, and it really fucks up the scope of such shit. And sometimes shit just like gets to a boiling point and you put it on the back burner, but that back burner becomes like some long ass caboose that doesn't get to the front of the train at all. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I have to like sit with myself, because that was like I want to say not midlife crisis. What is that shit called? It was an epiphany. Like that was like the most craziest epiphany I ever had. I think it might have been like the first one in my life. I know like I don't think many people say epiphany anymore in the sense of things, because I remember it was epiphany was a big thing in I say like the early 2000s. People would say, oh man, I had epiphany, but it really was like a shot in the face. Is like, damn, yeah, I do have to like get certain shit in order, and I would say I'm a little behind on stuff that should have caught on or a little sooner. But I think me realizing that and knowing that I have shit to do and shit that I had to get done, put it in a greater scheme, is like to say, use this term, put my foot on the gas and like funny enough, go faster and get shit moving a lot quicker. Because now I actually I have to think about like my life and shit, because I'm about to be 30, and at your 30s you have to like really, for me, at your 30s you might as well should have your shit together, but you still could be like you're like you're yourself in the sense of things like, hey, I'm not gonna like become a whole different person, but the scope and like the important stuff that you have to have is broadened, because you're not just a kid anymore. Like there's a lot more stuff out there, and a lot more stuff that like comes with becoming older and shit that's like becomes important down the line, because you want to like have some kind of financial literacy. You want to have a good head on your shoulders and a good mindset, because this ain't no like kiddie shit no more. You're not in your 20s, your mid or late early 20s. You're in your 30s, and there's no going back. You're only gonna get older, and stuff starts. If you're not like at the tip top peak of your on your body, shit starts dwindling down if you're not taking care of yourself, and health shit starts coming up. And that's another thing too. That I would tell people. I know I've been saying this for the past couple of weeks, but please, if you can, and if you do, go to your doctor. And the reason why I say this is because recently my uncle Lil James passed away, and for the past couple of weeks, it was I had hope that something like, okay, he's gonna get better. It's gonna be a long, arduous process, but he can get there. And every day, it just like it didn't get better. It didn't get better. I thought it was, and it's like by the day, I think by like last week, it was to the point of like I don't even know. And I had to be strong for my mom, because this is my mom's last sibling. Well, one of her last siblings. She has one more brother left, but like being that my mom and my uncle Big Jam are the last two, it's just like I didn't even think about this too, because when my mom woke me up and told me that morning, I think it was yesterday, was Wednesday. Yeah, yesterday when it happened, it was like 3 a.m, and when she told me, I had to console her, because it's like the last time I see my mom like this is when my aunt Darlene died, and my aunt Yvonne died, and my uncle and my cousin Carlos, because my mom was super close to him, and seeing my mom like that, it reminded me of when my aunt Yvonne passed away, and my mom lost her voice because she cried so much, and it just hurt. And it just really hurt, because it's like it came out of left field. Even though we saw this coming, it still hurt, and it still like got to us. And when like after I got done consoling her, I was just laying in bed, because it was like 4 a.m, 4:30, and it just sat in my mind that like life is not life. Like, I already know life isn't easy, but like life isn't like granted to anybody. Shit could go left like out of nowhere, and it's just like it had me thinking, because like I could wake up tomorrow and I'd be gone, and it'd be like none the wiser. And it's just like it hurts so bad, because like another classmate of my sister's mom passed away too, and it was like for I think she passed away for cancer too, and it's like, and I know that's eating them up, and like people who lost family, like their parents, I can't even imagine how they feel or what they're going through, because I can be honest with you, even though I think it was like the last 2 times my mom had her little episodes, I honestly thought I was gonna lose my mom that day, those days, and I even then, like even now, I understand what comes with death, and I stand for a child, for the children of the parent, but I still mentally, I'm sort of ready if that were to happen, but but I still not fully ready, and I'm and it's hard too because I gotta be there for my cousin Kevin, and my cousin Sherry and and their kids and my cousins because it it's just hard, man. It's like really hard seeing death happen. It just, even though like I won't say I'm numb to it, it's just like I don't know, man. It's just like I can't, like my heart hurts so bad, man. Like even for people I don't know fully, like losing somebody, it's just like hurts because you got to think about it in that mindset. That person is gone, and we will never see him again. And the family, friends have to sit with that, and it hurts so bad because that was a friend. That was like my road dog, my partner. We were friends from jump. Some of these people, shit. Some of these people that are still friends 40 years later and find this out, and it's like it's just crazy, man. Death is a crazy thing, man. And I want to wish the best for because a lot of people because another my coworker's cousin passed away, and for the people who family members passed in the past couple 2 weeks or is on that line, well, I want to give my heart to you guys and to be strong, and if you need somebody to talk to, I'm always there, man. But because if I was the same way, I hope you guys would give me that same energy and consoling. But like I said, I, I love you, Uncle James. You were a great man. I knew you ever since you lived right next to my grandma in Candor, and the whole family loves you. We're gonna miss you, man. And Kevin and Sherry, I love you guys, and I'm always be there for you. So, if you guys don't get to listen to this, but if somebody gives you this information, just know it's always meant from the heart, and we love you. But I've just been like, I just been really overthinking shit since like my mom found out he was in the hospital again. It's like having to be strong for my mom and make sure she's in the right mental space is hard for me too, because not saying I don't want my mom to grieve, because you definitely need to get it out. I just never expected to see my mom like that again. It's like life is hard, man. I'm not even gonna like try to be funny or like try to like, I don't know. I guess it's like that silver lining I used to see is like starting to like disappear. I'm really just starting to see stuff in the black and just white and not the gray. And I know you have to do that because everything's not just black and white. There's a whole bunch of gray everywhere. It's just like I'm tired of hearing about death, man. It's like, bro, it's like every day I hear somebody pass away or something bad happen. I'm like, bro, there's no way in hell that like all this bad stuff is happening at once. There's no fucking way. So I just want to sum up like this, really just this introspective part was just like, just take care of yourself and like enjoy the life that you have, because some say, man, you never know when shit's gonna go left. You never know. So just I love you guys, and just be safe out there. But enough of the super sad introspective talk. Let's get into Evo 2022, which I really missed because I was at work and I didn't get a chance to see all the fights. So for the people who don't know what Evo is it's called Evolution. It's for like um fighting game tournaments basically. So if you're a big fan of fighting games in general, this is your tournament to watch. Normally I watch the tournaments. I didn't watch the tournaments this year. Well, I didn't get a chance to
Move this man!
watch it on YouTube because they normally post them on YouTube. But I actually do want to go to Evo one year, and only because I probably wouldn't contest because I wouldn't be able to enter the brackets. But shit, yeah, I would like to contest someday. Shit, even if I just am there just to watch the matches and shit. I definitely want to like play. Even if I just come in like top 150, I definitely want to have that on my resume because I'm a big fan of fighting games and definitely probably like super 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 into them. Not like I used to be because getting the fighting game is a long, arduous process, and getting to every last one of them is like another long and arduous process. But definitely there was some big news and some big teaser drops and like little character drops too. So I guess I'll start from the top. Dragon Ball Z Fighters has rollback netcode, and rollback netcode is basically, let me get this right before I spew some falsehood out. So rollback netcode is treats both players as locals effectively, like just like if they were online. And
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
let's see, hold on, this damn move. Okay, so yeah, rollback netcode is basically it for people who play games online. Sometimes the playing with somebody, you won't connect, or it'll like normally for like the lag input is like 3 frames for your moves. Because let's say we both do a Dukin. If your internet's down by 3 frames, I'll do mine first, and you'll do yours second. But with rollback netcode, it
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
evens it out, so it basically puts you on like even ground. So like instead of one of us having lag on our frames, it'll just even out, so we won't be any inputs won't be lagged out. We can do our moves and shit won't go askew. And you can actually excuse me, you can actually keep the fight going without having to like jump late or like do late inputs because of lag. And Samurai Showdown got it, and Samurai Showdown has a release date, so kudos to them, because I thought Sam Show, which is the abbreviation of it, was already out. But I was watching Maximilian drop a video about the Evo, and he was like, no, it wasn't Sam Show the full game. It was basically a beta, a super open beta. And I was like, damn, I could have sworn I seen Sam Show somewhere in there, like it was actually out. But I guess it was like Max said, it was like a super open beta, and they kept on adding characters to play. But now it has an official date in rollback netcode. It definitely is probably going. It won't be fighting game of the year, but it'll definitely turn some heads, because I think people still like Sam Show, because they wouldn't have liked it that well if they didn't put in King of Fighters 15, which I'll get to in a second. But I've seen some gameplay of Sam Show. I'm not the biggest fan of it, and I didn't play the old ones. Well, I played the old one back in Durham for like a little bit, but it was still like a pseudo hard game to play because it was like the old version. It wasn't like the new version. And I was never really the only fighting game I played as a kid was Street Fighter Alpha and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Other than that, that was the only games I was playing. And Tekken 2. I played Tekken 2. I ain't played the other ones though, but I was mainly playing those. Let's see what else. Speaking of Tekken 8 got, I think, like teased because it was showing that like Tekken 7 is about to get another update, and it's gonna be like a balance patch, new move. Not new moves, but like new tactics to do moves. And at the end, it showed Kazuya carrying Heihachi to the top of the mountain and throwing him into the fire back in Tekken 1 or 2.
Stupid.
But after it showed Heihachi's face smiling, it went to like a new render of Kazuya. Because Tekken 7 came out like a couple years ago, but this one seemed like it was like brand spanking new with new stuff in it. So I'm like, oh shit. And Harada ran up to the announcers, shook them, took a picture, and ran off. And like niggas didn't say nothing else after that. Like Harada just fleed, and niggas was just mad happy because nobody said anything. And what else? Oh, and I fucking forgot. Street Fighter 6 announced 2 new characters. They announced Kimberly, which she was in when they showed like the online mode. You saw her in the back, and they added Jerry. Now, Kimberly, when I first saw her, I thought she was going to be, because she's like a ninja, so I thought with spray paint, and I thought she was just going to be Black Ibuki, but it turns out that just like Ibuki, she trained under Guy from Street Fighter and Streets of Rage. So yeah, we have another Shinbusai fighting character, ninja fighting character, and her combat is sort of like the nigga from Street Fighter 5, Guy's new teacher. Damn it, I don't even know that nigga name because I don't play Street Fighter 5. But they show a move, his move list compared to hers, and like her I think her combo starters are literally just like his. So I think she's super fast. Like she's like moving across those strings. It reminded me of El Fuerte, how he was just like all across like running around the whole fucking time. Like she's super fast, and she like has mad air game. So I know she probably has I think she has an air throw, which is just an Uzunami drop. Which, oh my god, looks great. Her moves look amazing. And when I saw it, I was like, yep, I already know what's about to happen. If you like Ibuki, you're definitely gonna like this character, because, well, if you like Ibuki from Street Fighter 4 and Guy and his master from Street Fighter 5, you're gonna love this character, because this character is just like everywhere. She has ninja dives. Apparently, she has spray paints, just like how Ibuki in Street Fighter 5 has kunais. She has like cans that she can use, and she probably can resupply after every round. And they showed Jury too right after, which I didn't think they were going to do. But they made Jury look like her Street Fighter 4 days, which I didn't mind her in Street Fighter 5, the way she was set up, but it made her look like Austin Powers' spy. And I was like, that's kind of cool. But they went back to Taekwondo outfit and her just like being a menace with her feet, which she got. Well, when I first saw it, because I was halfway asleep in fucking bed, and when before I went to sleep, I was looking at my phone. I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, oh my god, this trailer came out, and I was like, okay, this is good. This is really good. And Jerry looks amazing. Like, she did the Akira motorcycle break thing that he always does, and she looks amazing. I think oh man, damn, I ain't getting no sleep. It's been a rough week, like I said. Yeah, it was fucking, damn, what was I saying? Yeah, I think they took away one of her moves. I think they took her fireballs away, but I think they still gave her like People who have a big thing for feet were into her ultra. Instead of like stomping on your back, she picks you up with her your face up with her foot, and like you just fall off. And there's been a lot of memes with that, which I understand because
Hey yo, what the fuck?
people who love feet and like who are weirdos, but who love feet were definitely into Jerry, or women that, or golf thick women that can flex really good.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I can't believe I totally forgot about that Street Fighter trailer. I totally cannot believe it. But yeah, that was a great trailer. Skullgirls got I think it's final DLC maybe. I didn't play Skullgirls. Well, no, I'm lying. I did play Skullgirls, but I didn't play it a lot. So I think I only played like the early first season. But after that, I didn't really play it, and I'm mad because Skullgirls is a good game. It's a really good game, especially I think they added like a wrestler dude, and I was like, oh shit, because I thought it was just mainly girls. I didn't think it was like they're gonna add a dude on there, but I was like, oh shit, they added some new characters. King of Fighters. That's what I meant to say. King of Fighters 15. I was a fan of King of Fighters, but the combo system was just stupid OP. Like I remember, I think it was King of Fighters 2000, I think, and I was trying to learn those combos, bro. That shit was so aggravating. Like I couldn't even like
Basura.
combo in that at that time, but I was trying to. And then when I think it was like King of Fighters 13 or 14, and it had like, because I'm used to how Street Fighter 4 was and how they had their training list. Nigga, these niggas had like the most difficult combos I've ever seen. But like, I think it was like the bare minimum bread and butters. So like, these are like stuff that you have to do to combo. And that shit was like ridiculously hard. They announced the new Fatal Fury Garo game, and I'm not that knowledgeable about Fatal Fury or Garo and the fighting game Garo, except Terry Bogard, Geese, and not Terry. Is it? What is that nigga name? It was the Geese's son. I forgot his name. That's how you know I'm not that knowledgeable about Fatal Fury, because that's the like one of the main three guys in it, and I don't remember the shits. But all of that, everybody, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's why the biggest news of mainly the biggest news because they changed the lore. Fucking Bridget is in Guilty Gear again. And Bridget is a big fan favorite in Japan for obvious reasons. Bridget being a trap, and what a trap is, it's basically a dude wearing women's clothes, but acts like a girl.
Hey yo.
And Bridget is a boy that wears girls' clothes. I forgot for what reason, but I think canonically wise now they switched it so Bridget's a girl.
Hey yo.
And it's also funny because if you ever, I think it was a joke somebody posted saying gender mix up. Well, you get to see a real mix up. It was hilarious. It was the funniest shit ever, and it was super funny. I had to post it, but yeah, that was pretty much Evo. The announcements really. Like I said, I didn't see the matches. I'm going to go over and watch those again. But yeah, that's pretty much my week so far. Ain't nothing really crazy happened besides that. But let's get into the music. So, Beyonce's album had the internet and women and gay men and women in a chokehold for the past 2 weeks. So like it's been nothing but Beyonce music, Beyonce memes, and Beyonce appreciation on my timeline. And like I don't even follow Beyonce, but the people out that I follow and the people they follow love Beyonce to like to no world's end. It's ridiculous. It's like when Beyonce dropped, it was like greater than the Pope's appearance. And with all the memes going around, I just sat because I love memes. It's funny. If a meme is funny, I'm gonna die laughing at it for like an hour. So the memes people were posting was so fucking funny. It made me go and like download Beyonce's album so I could listen to it. I haven't given listen to it yet, but I just want to listen to it because it sounds like it's a great piece of work. Now I had seen some people say it's mid. I don't listen to Beyonce's albums like that, so I don't know the quality and what is hold it by her audience, like what she should be doing. But I definitely really like from what I've been hearing from the songs that people posted, I think I could get down with what she's dropping. And I definitely do want to check it out. Cause it does sound like something sonically I would love to hear. But I think I think somebody I follow on Twitter that loves Beyonce quoted like almost half the album. So I was like, damn, yeah, this album must be fire. So I'm gonna give it a listen to and see what Beyonce's cooking. Now another songstress, Doja Cat, is probably going through like something mentally because she shaved her head and her eyebrows. And this might fall in line with her saying that she's been stressed out because she's been like going hard, because Doja Cat since late 2019 to like right now has been going hard, and it's been like hard. Like she dropped Moo because Doja Cat has been out for a while, but Moo put her back in that weird girl hot fade mode where everybody loved the music, because not only because I like Doja Cat just like I like SZA, in the sense of before I even saw what either of them looked like, I heard their music and I just fell in love because it's like the most beautifulest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because I heard them at the same time, I was like, yo, who is these women that are singing this song this damn well? And when I found out, I was like, oh shit. But yeah, like bruh, her music is really good. And going back in her catalog and seeing her stuff from beginning to now, it's a really, really, really decent catalog. Like it's not like something to gawk at. It's something really good. And I hope Doja Cat gets help, or if this is not her saying that she needs help, this is like her just being her, then okay, cool. But if it's not, then I definitely hope that she does get somebody does talk to her and like, hey, do you need help? And it's like, yeah, because we don't need people stressing themselves out and going through all this. So yeah, hopefully that's not a thing. But I think, if I'm really not mistaken, she didn't say anything about this yet. So we don't know if this is like something serious or she's just doing to be doing it. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not. And Doja Cat, please take it easy and don't go too hard. But in these past couple of weeks, a lot of people dropped some new music. Besides Beyonce, my homeboy Dev or Ducee DropTop dropped a new song called Me Pocket. My homeboy Eric dropped a song. I think it was It's a chopped and screwed song, and I really am a big fan of those, like really big fan. And it's called Mystic Passion Punch, featuring Posted. Y&J and RNC Mike dropped Drake and Josh their collaborative album. It's fire as fuck. If you like the Detroit flow, you'll like that. Oh, fucking Central C. It's this is a TikTok. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's a TikTok song. I hate saying TikTok song because some people make songs that just end up on TikTok. Like I'm gonna get to next, Young Nudie, how some of his songs make it on TikTok, which is crazy. But a rapper named Central C named a song called Doja, and it's has a bar, and it starts literally off, "How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay." And like I don't know what he said after that because it's like a London nigga. And hold on, matter of fact, let me pull up the lyrics. Okay. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Hit man in the top. Now you try to see a man topless. Even the stick is gay. Hugging my brothers and say that I love them, but I don't swing that way. The men them celebrate Eid. The trap still running on Christmas Day. Now, since that nigga is like UK and British, I do not know what EID is. EID. And I don't think they celebrate Christmas. Or also, they probably still, the trap is still open on Christmas Day. But that's the wildest opening I've ever heard in my life. And that's the only reason I listened to the song or heard. Well, that's the only reason I was gravitated to that song, because that was a crazy bar to start off with. But it was a good bar to start off with. Crazy or not. Hey, and Young Nudie dropped too. So, Young Nudie always delivers when he drops. I don't care what nobody say, and I don't want to hear like, "Oh man, I don't think I fuck with Young Nudie." Like, you can't, kind of lame. But Young Nudie's that crack.
Yes, sir.
So he dropped a new album called EA Monster, and bro, I'm not lying to you. Like, and this is, if you know me, you know me. It's 11 songs. Damn near 8 of them. The first 8. Hold on. The first low key 8 songs.
Yes, sir.
Straight is heat. Like 1 through 8 is like whoo, them shits hit. Now 9 Sick of Slime. Cool. I fuck with it. So, all right, let me go through track by track. None to Do, Kit Kat, Impala, Fresh as Fuck, Lunch Meat, Gang, No Chaser, Ready, Sick of Slime, Ducee, and Project X. Now, really low key, 10 of these is straight heat, and one of them is like good. And I think it was Lunch Meat. I was like, it's cool, but no, it was My Gang that was like, all right, that was a good song, but everything else is fire. And listen to the album, it made me think, and I might edit this out too, I don't know, that I pray to God that the DA that was talking in Atlanta was not talking about Nudie, because the shit Nudie was saying, it had me scratch the back of my head like, nigga, you saying this on recording. Like, I'm not gonna repeat what he said, but like, Nudie, you ain't go over your album before you hit send. That's the only thing I'm gonna say, because there was some shit he said on there that I was like, bruh, you cannot say that, can you? Like, can you? Especially with that whole prosecutor doing the RICO to everybody in fucking Atlanta. So I was like, here's, because that lady was very adamant when she was like, yeah, we're going to get these niggas. Like, we're getting these niggas. So, yeah, just be hopefully mindful, Nudie. And this, like, correlate, well, I guess it kind of correlates to not to Rico, but to, like, Nudie, because 21 Savage got on Twitter or Instagram and was like, we need to stop, we need to put these guns down. And, like, people was calling him a hypocrite and like putting all like the gun lines, all the lines from his songs in his quotes and in his replies, and was like, and was basically calling him a hypocrite because like you can't rap about killing niggas, and then when niggas kill niggas, you're like, yo, stop shooting niggas. And I understand what people are going for. I understand because it's a not a double. Well, I guess you could call it double negative because, well, no, it's not double negative because saying stop shooting people is not negative. But
You were wrong.
21 Savage telling people to not kill people when he raps about it. It's, I understand, but it's not the same because if 21 Savage was out and had beef for real, then I'd be like, okay, you have a point. But 21 Savage haven't been in any beef since, like, not in the rap game. Like, I haven't heard 21 Savage going back and forth with a nigga on Instagram like most people do. So he really don't be doing shit. But I guess, and because like it sounds like what he was talking about is like his past shit. It's not like new shit. It's, to me, I understand, but to me personally, I think it's best for a guy who lived that life to be like, hey, put the guns down, instead of just like not even trying to show there's a different way, because 21 Savage has been on a tirade of like showing kids money, equity, banking, and teaching them finances and shit at an early age. So I kind of don't take for granted what he's talking about, because yes, we do need these in our school systems of people teaching about learning and shit. So yes, 21 telling people to put the guns down is completely understandable. Is it pot calling the kettle black? Yes, also, but I'd rather a guy who comes for that, who came from that and made something of himself to get out that life than still me in it. So there's that. I can't, if you disagree, that's your opinion. I can't argue that. I can't argue with opinions on life and death, because life is precious. So I understand, and I think that's really it for the music topic. So let's move to the manga portions, because I don't think I watched any new shows this week. Actually, no. I might as well sprinkle this in, since probably the manga portion is probably gonna be it. Archer comes back in August, the next season, and I think Archer has his curly mustache back. So I can't wait to see that, and I want to know how, because I don't think Archer's mom is gonna be there, because the woman who voice acted her passed away. So I want to see how they're gonna go with that. And I think It's Sunny comes back too this year too. So both my favorite shows are coming back. And that's why I meant to, I did mean to go over anime, because the One Piece movie came out, and bro, I seen I might as well start the manga portion, because I did the anime portion here. I seen I ain't watched the new One Piece movie, but I seen like the final attack Shanks Luffy do, and I saw a little bit of the some shit Shanks was doing to the admirals. Boy, I know now why this movie got so much money. That fucking attack was so beautiful. So it started off with the screen going black, and then Shanks having black hockey energy around his blade and releasing it, and Luffy in Gear Force Snake Man doing what's it called? King Cobra, his move. And then going from King Cobra, he went into Gear 5, and him and Shanks tag team on attack. Now, what's interesting was Shanks had an eagle, Luffy had a lion. And in the movie, it also expounded on Shanks as a character more in his movesets. So he's known as the killer of observation hockey, which basically means that one or two things is happening. Well, no, not one or two things. Like, he has his observation hockey so strong that he can stop you. He can stop somebody from seeing the future. So normally when, like let's use Katakuri. Katakuri can see in the future. Shanks' observation hockey will stop him from seeing the future. And so from what that means in the VV card is that nobody can, like, who has that ability to see in the future with their hockey can fight him. That means Rayleigh, Kaido, Luffy, Big Mom, Katakuri, they can't use their future sight against Shanks because he'll stop it null and void. And not only that, Shanks Conqueror's hockey is so strong, it made Fujitora put his sword back in his sheath. So Fujitora is about to drop a meteor on the fucking island that they were on. Shanks used Conqueror's hockey. Fujitora put his sword back in, and Kizaru put his hands up, just like when Ben Beckman put a gun on him. It was like, time to pack it up, because I'm not fighting Shanks. This nigga is ridiculous. Like, it's that bad. Like, each clip was like maybe, I think the clips together was like 2 minutes of footage, and in that 2 minutes, it made Shanks and Luffy look like gods. Also, while catching up to, well, One Piece is getting still good because they're still on the roof. Everything's still fire. I think the latest episode is Zoro doing Ashura. Yeah. The newest episode is Ashura. And oh my god, bro, they did Ashura really well. So it's better than Inez Live because it's not just a one and done. It's a bunch of, it's like, it started off with Law coming in and trying to do a move that didn't work at all. Well, it did work, but it didn't have that much effect because when you're up against Kaido in his hybrid form, all that shit you were doing is, I wouldn't say null and void, but it's not as, what's the word? It's not as potent. It's not as potent as, well, the other attacks Kaido is taking, not in hybrid form. Because now that the ejector shot didn't work, Zoro had to come in with his Kikotoryu or Nine Sword style Ashura mode, and it was working. It worked because now with those 9 swords, he was able to parry Kaido's clubs and give him the scar again. But it still didn't. I don't want to say it didn't do much, but it just gave him a scar, and now he was just bleeding. He still was standing, but it didn't hurt Kaido like it was supposed to. And now that Luffy now knows how to put Conqueror's Haki and Rio into his fist properly and hit Kaido, it's a whole new ballgame. Now, for the people who read the manga, you know what's going to happen next. And I'm not going to spoil it, but Luffy loses again, and he has to come back for round 3. Now, his round 3 is way better than his round 2. I'll tell you that. But other than that, I was watching Ayoshi, catching up on that. I think I'm on episode 13, and they're still giving the main character shit about being not the greatest soccer player, but he's getting better with time, and it's actually showing. And his I guess his enemy, this upperclassman, is being a real dick and call him and say that he's wasting his parents' money by being bad, and he's mad burnt. and poor. I was like, damn, nigga, that's fucked up. Why the hell would you even say that to somebody? That's really fucking mean. And I was like, damn, niggas is douches in everywhere. Niggas is douches everywhere, especially in sports. I'm like, damn, that fucking sucks. But yeah, I didn't really. Other than that, and I'm trying to catch up and finish Seraph of the anime so I can read it because apparently the manga is really really good. So I gotta catch them on that. But other than that, I really haven't been watching stuff. It's been a pretty arduous week, so I haven't been able to really watch anything. But last but not least, let's get into the manga portion, the final piece of it, the resistance, the manga portion. Since stuff is going to be on break next week, I'm going to get out I'm sorry. My manga weeks get confused. So, One Piece dropped, and all of them dropped again. The Four Horsemen, Black Clover, JJK, One Piece, and My Hero. So, I'm gonna start with I already did JJK because Maki and Kamo got mopped. One Piece. No, I already talked about One Piece. That got. I think the only thing I really got to talk about is Bakugo, really. Yeah, I think the only thing I really got to talk about is Bakugo and getting to the full scope of, because I'm just going to, My Hero is the only thing I talk about. But My Hero has like, if I'm right about My Hero can have like a bigger scope on it because of what happened and what can happen in the future. So I might as well just go on and say what I was going to say. So in the new chapter of My Hero, Sun Eater and the big three, the other two of the big three try to come back and fight Shiggy. It doesn't work. Shiggy comes through and wrecks them all, and Bakugo gets up with like this mysterious look on his face. Like he's like reading the room, like I said last podcast, of him like understanding the room, like reading it. So he gets up and like dudes, like I said, he does an ultra dodge and tries to blast Shiggy, and it ends up getting his heart punched. But before he gets his heart punched, he goes into like his mind and sees the one for all Might spirit. Which is weird because there's no reason for you to see that form of All Might because he never saw that form before. So why the fuck would the first time you seeing, your vision of All Might is the form of him taking when you're inside One for All? So later on in the chapter, he gives him a card, like a trading card that he had when he was a kid, and asks All Might to sign it. And starts thinking of, am I really that far away from Bakugo, from Deku, as in like the Endeavor effect, like how Endeavor is, even though he was a second hero, from All Might to him, as he saw it, was like a big ass ravine. Like there's no way I could cross this and become number one hero, and that's what that's that right? Yeah. And that's what equally, that I meant to say, I know that, and Bakugo equates that to him because Deku has the power all for one for all, and Bakugo just has explosion abilities. And since you have like 6 other abilities, which makes him the fucking avatar, and I just got one, how am I going to be that nigga? But if I'm not mistaken, before he went into that mindset, he saw one of the spirits that's inside Deku that gave Deku a little warning saying, hey, I'm going to give you, my power is something that you have to use at the right time, because if you use it at the wrong time, is you can die. So it has me thinking, because earlier within the series, Bakugo somewhat knew of a bad thing that was going to happen to Deku if he didn't get his powers right. So what I'm thinking is Bakugo somehow inherited One for All too, even though he didn't eat a hair from him. He just blatantly inherited his. It's probably because of his fucking will. So he probably inherited from that. But when we see Bakugo's body, the trading card that he had in his mind was outside in the real world, which once I read it, I was like, Bakugo's dead, obviously. Like, he's not an illusion, he's dead. But with the caveats of all the plot holes I came up with, he should come back alive and not be dead anymore. But I think that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you guys for listening. And sorry for the pushback, but I had to get some stuff done. I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you, and say la vie.
Yeah, that's right.
Easy, why you doing so?
We on cloud time, so spend it how you please. I'm on the run from you right in my fucking dreams. I don't want you to ever leave me, but if you do, I understand, said that's for me. We on cloud time, so spend it how you please. I'm on the run from you right in my fucking dreams. I don't want you to ever leave me, but if you do, I understand, said that's for me.